Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Terminal Goonz podcast. And you guys are actually getting a double feature this month because this is only part one of the podcasts that we're going to be able to put out this month. We're actually going to try to put out two in the middle of June. Or no, it's
July.
July. Yeah. But welcome in, welcome in. If you guys don't know who we are, my name is Gnarly Leiden, aka Marcel Adams, and over here we got
My name's Cruel Azul.
Crozul, aka the big man, aka Big John, you know. And we got we got a little bit of news that we're bringing today. We got a good bit of news. We've been missing. I'll admit it. We've been missing for a month. It's been we took a bit of time to actually calm down after the concert, chill out, take a good bit of time to just like do our own thing. Cause that concert and prepping for the concert took so much.
A whole month of preparing for it.
It wasn't just a month. It was since April. So real quick, just before we get into the nitty gritty of everything that's taken place over the past 2 months, I think it's the past 2 months. But before we get into the nitty gritty of it, everything that took place over the past 2 months, um, we got a good bit of news. It's been going from music, ranging from animals, ranging from gaming, just all kinds of stuff. But we're gonna stick to the music at first, and then we'll make our way to the other topics when we get there. But right now, I'm gonna start off with this. First off, the concert. One thing I want to say about the concert went good. The concert went as good as we could have had it go, and we actually practiced for like I said, 2 months. We did it for 2 straight months. We did it since April.
That is 1 month.
No, April and then May, because it was
Was it?
May 30th, and we did it at the beginning of April. Um, we had a bit of hiccups
A
with
lot of hiccups.
yeah, a lot of hiccups with the rehearsals, but when it came to the actual concert, I actually was able to knock it out of the ballpark. Um, I debuted an unreleased song that should be getting released this month. I'm not. I'm gonna get to that later. I'm actually gonna take my time to get to that, but for the most part, it went really well. You actually debuted one of your first songs that you put out, and I don't even know if it was out during the last podcast, right?
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah, yeah.
announced it during the last one.
I believe it was. But it was um it was a really good concert. A lot of people didn't expect us to perform the way that we did. A lot of people thought we were going to like since it was our first performance, it wasn't going to go that well. But to be honest, we kind of made everybody head turn and all that shit. So I'm very
Yeah.
glad about that.
Yeah. Honestly, I could tell everyone was very surprised by my performance too, because I walked up and I didn't look like I was gonna start screaming or anything, and then I started doing the vocals, and then I saw actively saw heads turn and be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Like even after
There was
my
people
song.
literally in the crowd just going like, "What the hell? I thought you were going to be like soft as hell."
Yeah, there was legit after there was a guy that pulled me to the side and he was all like, I'm gonna be honest, I thought you were about to do some soft shit. And then I heard you scream and I was like, oh shit, that's actually really cool. Like
People
so many people
to
after we
say
performed
the
just kept stopping us to talk to us and shit. It was pretty
yeah,
cool.
to say the least, people actually really fucked with our set. Like they
Hmm.
really liked it.
Even mosh too. I was
It
even like, you guys can mosh if you want. I just started moshing in the beginning. It was fucking cool.
yeah, like I don't know how to put it. It was just like it's a weird vibe, and I just gotta say it how it is. It's like it's weird to see people like come up actually enjoy our music because like
It's
I've never really
validating.
seen the reality of it and actually seen how people mess with it. On top of that, like people were saying to us, some of the people that were hosting the show, they could genuinely tell that we actually practiced and put the effort to actually like get down a little show rig, all that kind of stuff, and just like a whole bunch of that stuff that is going on. Just like I kept saying it. I really want to like actually do these concerts and actually get people to turn up to the concerts and actually have a good time. But that takes work. That takes dedication. Obviously, like this whole month we took a break. We took a break. But like I'm getting right back on it. I know you're already back on it because it's just like you got motivation from other people that are now checking out your new song that you put out that are somehow
Uh,
just now getting to it. By the way,
yeah, I mean that's bound to happen, but honestly, a lot of the motivation came from an entirely different source, not even the concert. But
yeah.
I'll get
It's
to
just
that
like
later.
it's whole different sources. Like the concert was the thing that show us that we actually could do it, and that was really cool. Like that's the biggest thing about the concert. Real quick, it was hosted at a bar in St. Pete. It went
If I
really
root the
well.
world,
Um, the next the next concert we're actually gonna advertise. We're gonna put out a lot of flyers for it whenever we actually set that up, and we're just actually gonna because I want to do more concerts, but I want to get it to the point where we're actually implementing actual instruments, um, doing a little bit more. I want to get a drummer involved to some degree. It's just one of those things that you really need to like. You need to know what you want from your show. That's the best way I can put it. You really need to know what you want from your show because if you just go into it, and a lot of these people did exactly what I'm about to say. You go into it, you don't have a game plan, you just kind of wing it. It could work. It
if
could,
you
but
have the
like
aura for it, sure. But even then, like that only takes you so far. Like
it only goes so far. Exactly. But for a first show, it wasn't bad at all. It was
it went great.
really good.
Like
And I'm really happy. We had a good turnout. Unfortunately, we didn't get paid for it. So, there's that, but hey, mistakes happen.
I mean, I wasn't expecting to get paid for the
I
first
wasn't
show
either. I'm
either,
going to be
but
real with
like
you.
I
And
was just happy to have shit to post about, honestly, and just have the chance to perform like that. That's all I really cared about from this first performance.
I literally wanted to get people to actually see what the music is about, see that I can actually perform the music on beat to the song to the T. Like, yeah, there's some lyrics and dial tone that are literally impossible to actually perform. Like they overlap with each other. But for the most part, dude, I did all three of the new songs and one of them, like I said, unreleased. It's all gonna be on the album. But I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with it.
Yeah.
Like I thought it went really well. What I wish that we could get a little bit more, and I'm just gonna say it on the record, like I wish that we could get actual rehearsals a little bit taken serious, like from certain members of the group. I really do want the rehearsals to be taken a lot more serious with it. Um, I want more of them, and I want to by the time of next year to be able to actually have a short mini tour, maybe somewhere along the East Coast, because that seems it's very doable. But the thing is that everything needs to continuously work, and
We need a lot of money for that too. But not even
we
a lot.
would.
At the very least, mathematically, just because I did the math earlier today, just to see how it would go if we were just to do it in Tampa,
How much a
or
tour
just
would go?
yeah, just for everything we need at
We could do
least maybe
Florida
like
even, just
just
Florida.
Florida. I don't. I mean, just for Florida, we need at least $12,000 for that,
Yeah, and
which is not a lot
I feel like
in
we
this
could do that.
economy, but it just would take a lot of time to get it. Plus, that's just for the cost that I accounted for. There's a lot of shit that I didn't account for that I know is probably gonna be expensive. So
Yeah, I mean like that's hotels.
no, that is including hotels.
That's including
That's
hotels. Okay,
including
so twelve
hotels and
hundred.
also,
But
um,
you're not like looking at the bunk hotels, like the ones that are just jank, or we're looking at like
I'm look
decent hotels.
I'm looking at. I want to take a shower with water that's hot,
Okay.
but I mean, we can go to like rinky dink motels and shit
No.
too. But
No,
like,
I'm not doing that.
I didn't. I purposely didn't account for that because if we have that much equipment, because I'm going to have guitars and amps and shit with me, I'm not taking a risk of going somewhere shady and getting my shit stolen.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
I'm not
even
fucking
in
with
the
that.
hotel, bro,
But
you still run the risk.
yeah,
You
it's a risk
always run that
everywhere,
risk.
but at least it's less shadier and there's fucking cameras and everything. And
Yeah.
also, I'm accounting for the fact that like I know a good amount of people kind of spread out around Florida, so maybe I can crash on someone's couch. Maybe we could just, hopefully, if y'all are being nice, but
Well, I mean,
it
like
depends on how far to the East Coast we go of Florida. But
I'd say New York. I'd say New York is like the farthest up the East Coast that I
no, I
would
meant like
actually.
the east part of Florida, not like not
Oh,
upwards. Like I'm talking about just a Florida tour.
Florida.
Going to New York, that's significantly more expensive.
Yeah,
I
that's
am
gonna cost at least 3,000 somewhere around that.
That's gonna cost more than that.
I feel like you could do it for 3,000. I feel like there's a way. Where there's a will,
For
there's a way.
$3,000 to go from Florida to New York for a tour.
Maybe. I don't know.
No,
I,
Marcel.
I feel like it. I feel like it.
Marcel,
Look, I'll look at it. I'll look it up at some point, but I
because
genuinely
I
do
promise
feel
you,
like it.
it might be doable, but like a good amount of that is gonna be taken away with like gas, food, merch, if we even have merch at that point. Like,
I would say it would be an RV sort of trip.
yeah, and
But
even
then
for the
like
RV, like renting an RV for however long we're gonna need it, that's already gonna probably cost 3K just for having for however long the tour is gonna be.
yeah, but then we gotta make all the
Well, it depends, cause like how much are we still like we're getting too much into logistical things for the tour at
yeah,
this
it's
point.
like it's a lot of thought
Because
process behind
like
it.
and
But
even then like the most we'd make if even if we did break even would be like a couple hundred in the beginning. Like
I
it wouldn't be
mean,
too much.
I'm just gonna plug in
But
now. This is why you guys should actually sub to the channel, sub to the Twitch channel. That shit helps. That shit would help with these concerts that actually happen, because I want to do a tour. I really want to do a tour, but like, oh, funding that off of your own money is like so much, and I wish that the music actually paid really well, but it just doesn't. And
yeah.
me and you both know it doesn't. Now that you've seen how much DistroKid actually pays you for how many listens?
I already knew how much it paid.
No, but have you seen how many listens your song will get, and then it's just like, damn, that is
Bro, right
jack shit.
currently I have like maybe 160 listens. I got nothing. I also don't really care too much about that right now, though.
I don't
Like I'm
care
not
about
even
it
paying
either, but
attention
it's
to
like
that really.
it shows you that even if you like had say like 500,000, that ain't gonna be shit.
Yeah, but
That
that's
ain't gonna be
why
shit.
because you
You
make
have to
most of
find
your
other
money
ways.
by selling stuff. Like streaming is unless you're like Kendrick or some shit with millions, like you're not getting anything with streaming. And even then, you still probably don't get that much with streaming
Yeah,
compared to like if you were to do sync licensing and get royalties for shit. Because if your music's everywhere, you're getting paid for it, which is why you usually sign up for something like BMI. So that way, if you have a song and it gets used places, you get paid every time it gets used.
it's just
It's the whole thing in the
touring.
business.
Touring is
It's
you're
literally
always
the
at a
easiest
loss
thing
as
to
a
tour.
musician. You're always gonna be at a loss with touring unless you have like sold out what you call it, venues. You have sold out
Mhm.
venues and all that
And
kind of
even
stuff.
then, that's still like iffy too. Even if you sell
No,
it
you
out.
you can break even if
No,
you
no,
do
not
that.
that you won't break even, but even then, like sometimes it's depending on how big your thing is. Because like
That
I've seen other artists like Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus that have their big tours and still don't even break even.
yeah,
So
that's all
they're
like
also paying like fuck, sorry, a whole bunch of people.
ton of people.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
I was already cursing, so
yeah,
it was
yeah. I
what it
mean,
is.
I didn't even care. I've been saying this entire
Yeah,
time.
it is what it is.
Um,
But I do want to tour. Don't get me wrong. I want to tour and play more short shows real bad. I've even looked into how you get like shows and looking at how people book shows for different venues in Florida, and it is doable and it is very possible.
I mean, part of the reason why I'm getting, like a lot of this stuff is to mitigate. Like we're doing all this shit on our own, and I've already mitigated the mixing and mastering and paying for somebody to do all that. I'm literally in the middle of getting my degree for that. It's taking its own toll on me. Like I don't really get into the nitty gritty of it, but like that shit is just like mitigating the cost of doing that for us. And like I have access to Pro Tools. I don't think I'm gonna use it. Like realistically, when it comes to mixing songs, I don't think I'm gonna use Pro Tools. No matter, I know it's the industry standard. I don't think I'm gonna use it. I think FL Studio can do literally everything Pro Tools can do, and somebody's gonna be in the comments like, like, oh, Pro Tools can do this thing, Pro Tools can do that thing. I
FL
don't care.
Studio can do all of it, and sometimes it gets stuff first before other programs get it.
Well,
Like
no, Pro Tools definitely. I will say this: it definitely has all those features. The only thing that it doesn't have is like, the separation tool,
oh yeah, stem
which,
separation.
mm-hmm,
I think it's just not getting it because I saw like Ableton just got it too. I think.
it's really off topic, but like, yeah, like everything that goes on with Pro Tools, I don't care for it. I don't care for it, and it's just like it's cool. I get why people use it, like I get it, but like such as like the biggest thing that I have to say about it is like the reason why people like it so much is that you can group mixers together and put them in a folder. I technically, you've seen the way I do it, but I technically do the exact same thing, whereas just like I route every mixer to a main mixer and then I mix those
Okay.
mixers individually and then they come out through a, how do you put it, like a universal so say I have like 3 electric guitar audios, I'll put them on 3 different mixers
Route it
and
all to one.
yeah,
Mix
route
it
them all
there.
to their like their own mixers, and then they're routed all into an overall electric guitar mixer. This is like all the this is really really nerdy stuff, so I'm gonna stop talking about it. But like, you can do the same thing just in a different way with like FL Studio. That's why I really don't care for Pro Tools. You make just gotta put it out there. You want to make music however you feel like it. If it produces a sound and you can make the sound clean and you can EQ it, EQs are your best friend. Compression is your best friend. Um, do it. Just do it. I don't
Look,
care.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. The Grammys don't give a shit what you produce on. They just care that it sounds good. So just make it on wherever the fuck you want to make it on.
I mean, like we still have bedroom producers. I think about the like people that are still coming up from like the SoundCloud wave, because there's still a bunch of like young producers who came out of that wave and still a bunch of like new age, even the hyperpop community.
Mm.
A lot of them use FL Studio. You know, like
It's easy to learn on, so.
I don't hear about people our age ever, oh yeah, I came up with Pro Tools, bro. Like, no. No, I don't know many people that came up with Pro Tools, because Pro Tools is just one of those programs where it's like it's so,
It's
I'm gonna say it, it's
confusing to
archaic.
use.
It's archaic as hell. Like that is the best way to put it. It is very archaic. Like even Ableton, for how the way it looks, it's not archaic. And I just don't. I personally don't like it. I like, again, there's people out there who do like it. I don't like the style of it. It is so just old school to the bone. It's so not needed. There's like simple things that FL Studio does so much better, or even Ableton. But then there's things with Ableton that I don't like, where if you want a drum sample, I'm whatchamacallit. One camera died, so we're just gonna brute past it. But like, you know what I mean? Like, it's yeah, we're just gonna brute past it. We'll come back on the intermission.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know, I saw that shit.
It literally. Okay. Fuck that. I'll deal with that later.
But like, whatchamacallit, it's just like it's so annoying. It's so annoying. I really don't like the fact that like these programs, there's like always a hot debate for it. Just produce. Like, producers produce. If you want to mix, you can mix master. There is so many different ways that you can go about doing these things. Just do it the way you want to do it. It doesn't matter. It really does not matter on the way that you do it. But that's enough about that. Let's get to the actual sauce, because that was just a rant I needed to get off of my chest. Oh man, school has been pissing me off. I just gotta say that. That's the whole reason why I said all that. School has been pissing me off. But in other words, yes, this month you guys will be getting the 3rd single. It is gonna be in the last arc of the album that I've been making for so long. I've been releasing them little by little all year. So in January, I released Dial Tone. I believe it was April or March. I think it was April, right? Where I released Eyes Wide Shut.
I think it was March.
Might
I
have
don't
been.
remember.
It
It was
might have
one
been
of those.
April.
It was one of those where you did Eyes Wide Shut, though.
Yeah. April. I'm gonna say it was April. April I released Eyes Wide Shut, and then this month, July, I'm gonna be releasing the last arc or act. I don't know what would you would call it. It's like, because I have the whole album in 3 acts.
With the idea, so it's an act. Then you just answered your question.
It's in, but it's like,
The way you structured it, it's in acts. I think.
yeah,
Especially
it
with
has
what
3
you're-
acts,
what it's
3
based
songs
on.
per act.
Yeah, so I think you're in acts with this. right now.
Okay.
Because it's
Well,
because that's how it's leveled out in Ultra Kill too,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of following a similar thing. So I'd go by acts like 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Well, yeah, this last song that is going to be the last single that's going to be released for the entire album um it is going to be called Knife Party. It is taking place in the last act of the entire album. I'm very excited to get this one out because once I get this one out, I just get to go ham on working on it. I get to go ham on working on the entire album. Um yes, I wanted to get a music video to you guys. Financial status has stopped me from doing that. So I'll have to return to that. But like for the most part, I'm just happy. I'm very happy with like how the album is starting to sound. There's a lot of things about like the way that I actually produce lyrics now that through these 3 songs that I have released, I have gotten so much better. I cannot lie. Like there is something about the way that I write now versus the way that I wrote back then. I'm actively looking for subtle ways to write. And it's like, it's small little things as a songwriter that a lot of people would not consider. But this one is like, since I've been so focused, I'm like, oh man, it needs to follow a subject. It needs to follow it to the T, but it needs to sound good. It needs to sound like I wouldn't say melodic, but it needs to have punch to it. You know what
It's
I
gotta
mean?
have like rhythm, a good cadence to it.
Yeah, like it just needs that like it needs to hit that sound. So like with everything that's been going on and the way that I've been writing, I'm very excited to put this last one out there. I already got the first verse written out and memorized. I'm currently in the like direct middle of the like second verse. And once I get that one memorized, I'm gonna record it, mix it, master it, get the actual album art or a single art done for it, and then put it out there. But this next one's gonna be called Knife Party. So if you guys, this one should definitely like it's kind of on the nose of what layer it takes place in. But I'm gonna reveal the whole big thing about the album. It's Dante's Inferno. I think we've said that a while ago in one of the earlier podcasts, but I'm gonna say it one more time. Is my own interpretation and drawing to my own influences on my life of Dante's Inferno and applying it in a musically way, like in the music way. So I'm really excited to just get this out because then I get to work on the more cool songs that I've been hiding away for a very long time. And those songs need to be finished. They've been needing to get finished. You, on the other hand, I know you've been working on the song, and I'm not gonna
You've
throw
heard
you.
one of them.
I'm not gonna throw you under the bus and like kind of. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I know that you've had like more rock drums on it. And I was like listening a little bit to that. I was like, that's not like the other one at all, like not at all. So I'll let you explain it. I don't
Are you
want to throw you
talking
under the
about
bus.
the one you heard like yesterday or something?
It wasn't yesterday.
Or like a few days ago.
It might have been the same one, but it wasn't yesterday.
What? Is it the one I did recently? Like,
Yeah, it was one of the newer ones, like the newer ones that you just had made.
oh yeah, that one. I'd say it's more like gothic than anything, because that's what the drum pattern is. Like, it's more gothic inspired. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was listening to King Cruel and I heard one of his songs and I was like, oh, that shit kind of goes hard. And I took a little bit of inspiration from that, and then I just kind of in the night just made an entire fucking demo.
Wait, so
And
you putting reverb on it?
on that, probably not. No.
No, on the guitars, or are you like?
The guitars are just fuzz distortion right now. That's all I have on it. Cause I like how it sounded, how his thing sounded, but I was really going off of based on like the intro melody.
I
For
was
that
gonna
one
say
song.
King Cruel is very very drony, like
Yeah,
extremely drony.
but the one I heard, it wasn't really drony. It's very just simple. No offense to him, like he has great music, but that
It's
one,
very simple.
it's like
It's simple stuff.
it's a simple. He has like one set of lyrics. It's like a chorus, and then that's just actually no. It's like 2 lines, and he just says it throughout the entire song.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I won't lie. When I first found King Cruel, I was like, I could not understand the fucking thing he was saying.
yeah, I had to
I,
look up the lyrics and everything, but
he's Irish, right?
I thought he was British.
He's
I
British.
think he's British or something like
I
that.
don't know. He sounds drunk. I'm not
I
no shade to King
he's because
Cruel.
it
No
sounds
shade to
like
him, but
he
like he
sounds like
sounds drunk as hell.
he sounds like yeah, he kind of sounds British. I'm pretty sure he's from the UK or something.
I thought he was Irish.
I mean, we'll look it up later and like put something up, I guess, for it.
I
But
guess yeah. I mean, shit.
but the song you're referencing, I wrote that in a night, and then the next night when I was refining it more, um, I actually was like, okay, let me see if I can perform this song live, because I want more songs that I can perform live, and also some
I
that I can
feel that.
perform with the guitar.
I fucking feel that.
And what I quickly realized is one, although I would like a drummer, I can do this without a drummer if I had like specific things for it. And also that song, I wrote it and created it in a way where I can recreate it live on stage the same way Tash Sultana does. Because that's kind of who inspires me when it comes to performing. Because that girl is just literally a one man show or one woman show. So I can loop stuff together, create the song from scratch live, play it, and it's simple enough to where I don't have to do anything complex, anything crazy. Like it's like when I finish this one, I'm actually kind of excited to like perform it live because I already saw the potential for what I can do with it. So I'm honestly way too excited to perform this one. And literally, like yesterday, after I had finished the demo for it, I saw on Instagram some other dude that was making music in like the same vein as that. And I was like, okay, there's literally a crowd for dudes that both look like me and make this kind of music. So like I know that it's going to like fit somewhere.
I
Like I'm
mean,
not worried
I
about
mean
that anymore.
entirely like when we've been popping out, and this is gonna be a little bit of a shout out. You guys are gonna definitely start to like pick up a little bit on the type of music that we kind of like to go to a lot more, in concert, right? But like when we started going to Pilot Jones, and me personally going to like Novelty
Mm-hmm.
and all those concerts, it's like that's the shit that we want to go towards, but like
Yeah.
not abandon. And I'm gonna put it, at least this is for me. I'm not abandoning the rap shit. I like rapping. I'll put it out there front and center. I like rapping, but I also know for a fact that like I have grungy vocals, and I
Mm-hmm.
want to take the grungy vocals and go into a more like screamo sort of vibe, right? So like with all those things that are just like happening in general, and going out to these spaces, like you said, there's people like Pilot Jones that we've been seeing, Black Hippie, Novelty, um Graves, what's another one? Contention. Just seeing all these bands, all of them live, and they're local bands, by the way. These
Mm-hmm.
are local bands, so if you guys don't know them, you're fine. We'll probably link them in the description if
Yeah.
you guys want to actually check them out. They are great people, but it's just like it's so nice to see that shit happening, and people actually taking up the mantle of like keeping instrumental stuff
Mm-hmm.
alive. Because with I've always said this, the problem with hip hop shows, and the reason why like a lot of the SoundCloud sound is dying out, is because these like a lot of SoundCloud people do not take this shit serious. And then I see the difference between like SoundCloud artists and then rock artists. The rock artists take the shit 100% serious. They don't have a choice. They need to know how to play their song.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, they're gonna sound like and
It's a confidence boost when you know you can play your shit live and turn up a crowd versus just holding a mic and just like rapping a song. Like, and I agree. I also don't want to abandon the rap because I do enjoy it too. But I'm trying to go down a path like Tyler where I can have songs that are like rap
or
and
or
about
multiple
yeah,
genres.
multiple
Like
yeah, exactly. Multiple genres. Like I can have my rap songs. I can have the songs where I just be screaming, the songs where it's like more rock influenced. I might make a country song. Probably not.
I'm not making it.
I might
Well,
make one just for one specific person just to see how she reacts to it, but
I would
probably
probably
never.
I would probably make a
Also,
country song, but like leaning more in the lead belly type of way. But we do have to stop it there for you guys, because we do have a bit of an intermission coming up. So, with that being said, we will pick up right back where we left off with everything. We'll be right back after these messages. Give us one moment. All right, boys, welcome back. Welcome back. We had a little bit of a intermission there, but we're gonna pick right back up where we actually left off on the topics. I was talking about making a country song like Lead Belly.
Oh, okay. See, that's a different type of country song. That I'd be so down to make.
Yeah,
But
I'm a
see,
weird dude when it
I
comes to country, bro. I like the old country where it's just like weird.
I feel that. If I were to make a country song, I want it to be like poppy ish. So I'd make it the same way Post Malone's making his country songs right now.
I
Cause
see.
cause one of my friends showed me his.
Sorry, we're watching a cat rock back and forth.
Yeah, she's
She
actually
is
playing
actually
with me.
rocking back and forth. That's on purpose. That's on purpose,
Wait,
bro.
I gotta record that. I'd make. I'm sorry. Y'all will see a video of this in a second, I guess. But she. Oh damn! You're stopping now.
Oh
Okay.
my god, that was
was
crazy.
funny.
That was
Uh,
crazy. Sorry. Back
No,
to
back.
it.
I'd make it like Post Malone's song where I don't even know what it's called anymore. I think it's I Had Some Help or something. Like it's catchy. I don't even like country, but that is a catchy as hell song. But that's probably what I'd write is something like that, just because I know how easy, not easy, but like it wouldn't be too hard to write it. I know the chords.
I know. Me personally, I couldn't do modern country because I don't like the snaps. I don't like, and I also do not like the Oh, I don't know how to put it. It's the vocal tone, the inflections that they use. Like, I find it.
It,
This is
the
no
deep.
hate to country, but
We hate
we'll
country.
get off of this topic in like 2 seconds because this is gonna ramble on into a whole different topic.
Mhm.
But like, I just don't like the tone. Like, I don't like talking like this. It's ain't. I talk like this whenever I want to talk like Ellis
This
from Left 4
town ain't
Dead.
big enough for the tour. That's what you sound
About
like.
me
right?
adrenaline. I mean,
Grab
why are
grab.
they dropping prisons? Oh my God, they're dropping prisons. Why are they
You sound like
exploding?
that dude from King of the Hill right now.
What?
The the guy with the glasses, the skinny one.
Oh, I know. I know. Oh, what the Boom? Not Boom Howard.
No, not Boom. I don't know what his name is.
Dale.
I think it's Dale. Yeah.
Dale. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
Right.
about.
But,
Yeah. That's off topic.
not-
That's off topic. But that's the type of I would make. Like, I just don't like modern country like
I
that.
feel that. But back to the concert that we were talking about because you were mentioning like Pilot Jones and Black Hippie. We actually went to one of their concerts like a few weeks back, and that's probably one of the most eye-opening like concerts I've been to in a long time. Like that concert alone had like sparked my interest in like playing my guitar again, wanting to make music like I was before. Cause like Pilot Jones, I love seeing them live regardless. They're an amazing band. Check them out. But Black Hippie, I don't know what's in their music. It has to be like cocaine or something. But like hearing the music, seeing them play live, and just seeing like all the people up there on stage just like having that much fun. Like that's what I wanted. That's always what I've wanted. It's just to like be up there with a whole band and just like vibing out with the guitar and everything, bro. Like, and also just looking at the crowd, like that was probably one of the first times where I was like, dang, like this full of that look like me. And we're all just vibing to this. Like it felt like I belonged in that crowd. Like it just
Yep.
felt really like comforting.
100%. By the way, this is off topic, but we have not mentioned this. I was gonna get around to it. One of the things that we did in the last month is that we've adopted 2 cats. This is my cat. This is Minos. Named off of Minos Prime from Ultra Kill. She going in the middle. She is definitely going in the middle.
Don't go on that computer.
Cat cam. She really. They all just want to fucking.
See, Raven does that all the time, where she'll just go halfway onto something. Hey, don't touch that. Don't touch the mixer, boy.
She's pretty good about that stuff. But yeah, that's one of the things that we did over the past month. I think this took place in June, right?
Yeah, last month. Yeah, we got cats.
Yeah. And
We'll put up pictures of my cat too, so you can see, and of Billy, because there's actually a third cat that's just
yeah,
not
we
here
got 3
right
cats
now.
all at once. We could not decide on which cats we wanted to get. We were actually
Like,
supposed to get one, but
yeah, we went there, legit said we're only getting one cat, and then we also told our girlfriends you're not getting a cat, and then we left with each of us getting a cat, and then them getting a singular cat. So
yeah, it's
there's there's a lot of cats around
a
now.
lot to it. Like
Yeah,
I don't want to go too far off from the Black Hippie stuff and like the Pilot Jones stuff, but like that is just a story for a different podcast because that
the
was not
cats, the
supposed to
cat thing.
happen
Yeah,
at all the way it happened.
yeah.
And
I mean, we can hop into it after,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
but yeah, that concert, like the way I felt at that concert is exactly how I want other people to feel if they come to one of my shows. Like I want people to come feel like they belong there and to just like genuinely feel like they're a family. Like they're just at a cookout vibing, listening to oldies and some shit. Like I just want everyone to feel comforted, like they belong
You
somewhere.
mentioned oldies. I just thought of the Kendrick Lamar video of him just like working out, listening to 70s R&B. And
Are you
it's
talking
like,
about where he was doing like the prison push-ups and shit?
yes, and
Mm-hmm.
somebody said in the comments like, never with a nigga who was listening to that 70s R&B and just working out, bro. You're gonna get your whooped.
I mean,
That's
I'm just yeah.
100%
You're not
like
wrong. You're not wrong.
that's a quick way to get your ass beat. Like low key, my opinion.
I mean, look, I
Even
love 70s
after
R&B.
even after watching like Snowfall and everything, I'm like, bro,
I still gotta watch that too.
it's
I've been slacking on it. But
it's I almost say it's no good, but it's
it's
so
no
good.
good.
It's so good, dude.
I believe it. I believe it.
But like, regardless of like everything that we're doing so far, because we're honestly in the beginning stages of everything going on with the concerts and stuff, we are gonna definitely be putting up a little bit more. We're gonna slowly drip feed it and start making it work a lot more often.
I
Um, you wanted to say something?
I have a. I'm not gonna say it on the podcast, just in fear of me being fired. But I have a really good way of advertising future concerts while I still can, and that's all I will be saying.
Okay, I think I know what you're alluding to. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yes,
But
I'm just gonna need a bunch of flyers,
yeah,
but
I think I know what you're talking about.
and also actually I'm not gonna say the other one. The other one I'll save. Y'all will just see it somewhere.
One of the other things that I wanted to say about the concerts too is that like one of the reasons why we're not like really doing a lot is that for me, I've said it in the podcast already, I want new music to actually perform. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, towards September/October, because October is when I plan on releasing my album. Um, that time frame, we're definitely gonna be picking up on a lot more concerts being put out because that's when I'm gonna be pushing my shit a lot more. Like I think after whatchamacallit, Knife Party's released, I'm gonna be pushing all 3 of those singles as hard as I can on like all social medias. And that's because it'll have its own little story to follow and you can kind of pick up on the story. I also will like put a music video out there, whatever I need to do essentially just to get the shit done cuz I just want that shit to be out there and I want to start advertising it and actually moving myself on to the next sound. And I think I'm gonna say it now because I said a few things to you before we even started recording. Um, me and you need to start meeting up on day. I mean, we live with each other, but like we really need to like link up on days where we both don't work, and we need to sit down and discuss a couple of songs, like a couple of avenues that we can make for collaborative songs. Because I was actually thinking about that while I was walking in and was seeing your new music. I was like, okay, I have ideas, you have ideas. Let's take this shit. Let's actually fuse the ideas for some parts of the like actual mixtape, because the mixtape realistically is probably gonna be created mostly by me and you. So
The way it seems, yeah.
like I
But
think one of the
I'm all
best things
for it.
that we can do right now is just like take those days, at least one day of the week, and just like sit down dedicated, and hopefully we have, even with me in my job situation, um we should have a little bit more time, or like time that we both overlap and actually
Hopefully.
produce.
It just depends. Like I can I can always take days off too for it, but like I gotta know like a month in advance at some points.
Not
But like
even, because like I feel like if we
it depends on the schedule, because like I don't know, like for you, I don't know if it's gonna end up being like set days or something for you. Because for me, I don't get set.
I mean, like I've been looking at some of the shit, and I'm like,
But I mean,
in my
but realistically, like regardless, like I work, I come home, and the first thing I do is I'll start playing guitar or music or something. Like I most of
and
the time I'm
that's
ready to
what,
do shit.
even if
So
it comes down to doing it like that, I'm willing to do
because
it like that.
yeah, because I at the end of the day, I just want to make sure I'm touching music in some way, like playing something, producing, like anything. Because if I stop, then like I lose momentum that I have for myself. So I'm down for anything as long as it's like something at any point.
I can say
But
the reason for this month was just entirely, it was based on entirely of the
the
me
concert.
doing mixing. No, it
Oh,
wasn't.
you're
It
talking about.
wasn't.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It wasn't even the concert for like June. June, it was just
yeah.
mixing.
Yeah, the
I was
schooling was kicking
nonstop
your ass.
working on music, and I was just like, I didn't have time to work on my own music. This is just, oh, do this assignment for a person that's never gonna receive your mixing for their song on a DAW that you don't even use. Like, I was so annoyed by it. I was just really, really annoyed by it. So like, when it came to making my own music, I literally did not have the brain capacity to do it. I just could not get
Yeah,
to it.
after a certain point of doing all that, because I hear what you have to do, and it's insane sometimes. I'd be a little like brain dead too, a little. Like I'd want to not focus on music for a minute after that,
I was so
because
fucking
mixing is
tired.
tiring.
I was so fucking tired, and they wanted specific. They wanted very, very specific things going on for it, but like I was just like, I can't even like focus on my own music and actually put all that drive into it, because everything I want to personally do is also gonna take mad amounts of time.
Hmm.
And I have my own
See,
strategies for the shit I do, and they're trying to break me out of my strategies and say that's wrong, this is right. There's no real right way to do anything, but it's just like, I don't want to mix a random pop punk song I'm never gonna see the person, nor am I gonna meet the person. I like working with artists, or I at least like working with artists that reach out to me, or
see,
getting paid for like mixing and mastering a song.
you know what would be really cool to see Full Sail do
Hmm.
is like it's lit. We live in Tampa. There's so many artists, and there's a school full of people doing what you're doing. Like it'd be so easy to just be like, "Hey guys, here's this," and then like you guys at Full Sail just start mixing the music, and like the artists
Well,
don't have to pay. They can just get students to mix their shit
the
for
problem,
like the course, not for like on
yeah,
the side or anything. Like as a course assignment.
I was about to say that I think the problem that lies with that is that the fact that like there's Tampa artists, there's Orlando artists, there's like Miami artists, right? There's artists everywhere.
Yeah.
But the thing is like all of us are fucking broke. All of us. Not a single one of us have like $100 like to
Yeah, but
drop on a
for
single song for a mix. Like that is,
also, no offense to people that do that, but I still think it's crazy to spend so much money on someone to like mix and master your songs. Like that, I don't know.
I get it
That
if you
shit
don't
baffles
have a
me.
connection. I get it if you
Even
literally are just now coming into it and you
yeah,
have no one that you know.
like when you
That's
do, yeah,
understandable.
when you don't know what you're doing and you don't have anyone, I get it. But I don't know. Like this is why I wanted to learn how to produce because I can't trust anyone else to create the stuff that I want to make because I
It's
can't.
literally on some JPEG Mafia shit, isn't
Yeah,
it? Yes.
yeah, legit. Like I can't. Like, why would I pay someone to do it when I could just do it myself? Like, why would I
Why
pay
would I
someone
pay someone?
to make my shit sound like ass when
Yeah,
I can make it sound like
exactly.
ass?
Like that's literally, but
Literally.
I think of that a lot because I'm like, even when we'll have somebody like mix my own shit and like, mess around with it, I'm like, bro,
You're messing with the
this is
wrong
not what
shit.
I want.
See, this is partially why I don't like the whole like mixing mastering process at some points because like I like how the song sounds when it's how I want it. And when you master it and you just make it sound different, it's like I don't care about any of that shit. That's
The
what Erica Badu was doing too. Like she legit was like mastering, bro. Like I like how it sounds. Just put that shit out. I don't need it to sound any different.
I can see why some like explicit. I'll say it like this, especially for my music. There is so much distortion that you need to mix it. You need to mix it.
Yeah, 100%.
Because like if you do not mix it, it will be
muffled as.
I won't say muffled. It'll sound like noise. Literally sound like noise.
Muddy together.
A lot of people suffer from the opposite problem that I suffer from because I don't use that much reverb, and I've noticed people think I use reverb. I don't.
I don't use distortion.
It's a lot of distortion, and like, a lot of people suffer from being muddy. I suffer from the old rock problem, the grunge problem, where it's like I'm very noisy, and I have to reduce the amount of noise going on and cut certain sections to bring up the vocal back to the front, or like bring the melody back to the forefront. That's what I deal with a lot of the time.
That's the issue I get when I use fuzz distortion, because I love how it sounds, but it creates that effect where it gets really noisy, so you have to mix that.
Yeah, and then my old strategy was terrible, dude. My old strategy was like, oh, I can't hear the vocal. I'm going to turn the vocal
turn it
up.
all the way
Yeah,
up.
like I'm going to turn it up. And it's like, that is not what you do. There's actual strategies that you want to actually utilize to get the vocal sounding really tight and really forefront, because, and I get it, that's not everybody's certain thing. Like that definitely would not be what you would do in shoegaze. Like shoegaze, oh man, the point of it. Oh man, that is a whole different ballpark. And
it's supposed to be noise there, so it's
it's like but it's noise.
Controlled noise.
It's controlled noise. That's the best way to put it. It's very, very controlled noise. But like, this is distortion. You don't fuck around with distortion too much, or else your song just sounds like literal noise. Yeah. Like, like, I don't want to say white noise, but like industrial noise sometimes.
See, like with distortion, especially the fuzz one, I
or
always
static.
Yeah,
Sorry.
static. I try to look at artists that have used it in the past and are really good at using it, so I can see what it's supposed to sound like when it's good. Like, the only one I know that I've looked really heavily into is Jimi Hendrix for fuzz distortion, because that's all that man used, and he made it sound like the guitar could sing with fuzz distortion.
Dude, I've gotten to the point where I have to utilize a lot of mixing techniques that are way outside of my genre. So like hyperpop, yeah, I'll take some from there. Like, I'll take some mixing techniques from there, but like that is not where I'm getting my mixing techniques. Like, I'll get my mixing techniques from like people like The Garden, people like because have you listened to their mix? Like, that is noisy. That is a noisy band, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That is not a band that is just like, oh yeah, we're like yelling into the mic and then we're suppressing the mic and reducing the sound and then EQing everything. Like, no, they're just noisy. I'm taking that kind of strategy, and then on top of that, I'm taking other strategies like Knock Loose and just like what's the other one? Vane FM, I think their name is, and CU Space Cowboy. They all have these like really, really noisy like in distortion going on, and I have to study that. I have to actually sit there and study it, and then like for the breakcore part, I have to sit there and listen to a lot of distorted breakcore and like implement that into, and then fuse the two of them together, because it's just like, it's not something that you can just do. There's no guide to any of this. And that's the thing about making music, is that there's no guide to anything. If you have a vision, you actually have to like sit down, piece it all together, and then like put it all in one big picture. Yeah. You can't just sit there and fuck around, because you gonna find out.
To be honest, you kind of can just sit there and fuck around and get something cool sometimes. Because a lot of the times people will literally just start with nothing and not know what they're doing and fuck around and get something. Because that's how I made.
That's how I feel about Netspin. No, I like Netspin. Let me just say that I like Netspin, but I feel like Netspin, if that man does not figure out his fucking mix and fucking, what's the other dude's name? Laser Dim.
Laser.
I feel like the two
Yeah.
of them, they need to figure out their fucking mixing techniques. Cause like, yes, Laser Dim is currently he's doing his own trend right now. But like, if they do not figure out, if him and Netspin do not figure out where the fuck they're gonna bring their mixes to next, I feel like they're not gonna last. I feel like Laser Dim is only gonna be here for a year and then gone.
Possibly.
Like if he does not fix up his mixing, and I've heard him doing it. So the thing is like I don't want to hear people say that, oh, he didn't clean up his mix. No, he definitely did. He definitely did. There's a music video that's out that has a very clean version of his vocals on it, and it's still Laser Dim. It's Laser Dim is not carried by his sound. His sound just makes him goofy, but like it's his lyrics that make him funny. Like his lyrics are funny as hell. Run out the roof because I forgot what it was, but it's like essentially he's just like saying he's playing his beat so loud that it makes the roof fall down. And then in the same music video, you can see that there's a collapsing roof.
All right, that man
Like,
is literal. Okay.
He's very literal about it. It's like it's funny as hell. But that's the thing. It's just like these things, they're good and short because it's funny, and it's like a joke. It's like kind of like a joke. You overrun a joke for too long, people are gonna get tired of it. People are gonna get bored of it. And I remember when I came to see Laser Dim, because he did come to Tampa. Man,
No, was it? 'Cause
I
wasn't there
was
for that.
I was not happy about it. I mean,
oh wait, I think you told me about it. I think you
Yeah,
were disappointed with that.
he
one.
came at 1 a.m.
Yeah, it was one of those.
I was not happy about it at
One sec,
all.
before you continue this, I just want to point this out for any promoter. If you're gonna do a show and it's gonna be late at night, if you have your show booked with like 12 to like 20 different artists and it starts at like 8 or something, by the time everyone else, like the headliners, get there, I'm gonna be too tired to want to listen. I'm leaving at like 11 o'clock if it starts at 8. I don't give a who's playing. Like that's way too long. Like no offense to the bookers out there, but that's like excessively long for a show. Sorry, continue about the Laser Dim concert.
I'm just saying the Laser Dim concert genuinely pissed me off. One, if you have kids at your fucking show, do not come at 1 a.m. There was literal parents coming in and saying, all right, I need my kid to leave. And so they were calling everybody who was running the like entire show. Like they were making them stop the DJ set and making them look for their children in the middle of the concert and just being like, hey, whoever this is needs to come up to the front. Your mom is looking for you. Like, dude, dude. That cannot be happening.
My point. Like, you can't have shows that late at night, bro. Like, no one wants to be at a concert until 1, 2 in the morning.
If it's a festival, it's different.
Yeah, festival. Obviously, yeah, different. Like, I'd stay at Camp Flogna until like 4 in the morning. I don't care. I'd love to stay there because it's a vibe. But just a regular concert in Tampa or New York, anywhere, bro. Like
in a bar?
In a bar?
In a bar?
No. Hell no. I'm not doing that. I want to go to home.
I'm in, oh my god, literally like 15 minutes, and I feel bad. I'm gonna admit it. 15 minutes into the set, I was gone. I did not stay for that.
My point. No one wants to be there that long. It's like the Poor Stacy one.
My brother left. All the Tampa artists that we knew left. They could not, like, they all left before he even showed up. And it's like it's not on some bullshit. I like Laser Dim's music. I've actually been one of the only people in our group that has been putting him on. But like, oh my fucking god, that was annoying. And I'm actually noticing I'm not even seeing him that often anymore in the media. Like I'm actually noticing he's not even that much like up there. But like that's on a whole different thing. You've seen stuff?
I've seen him a little bit. Once the BET Awards started coming around, I started seeing random clips about him for some reason. Not at the BET Awards, obviously, but like I started seeing people talk about him, and I'm like, why y'all talking about him now?
Because it's Laser Dim. Why? You know what I mean? It's Laser Dim. It's funny.
I get it.
It's kind of like, yeah, he deserves an award. No, I'm gonna be real. Laser Dim does not deserve a BET award. It's funny.
You know who does though? Childish Gambino.
Kendrick
got his award.
Oh yeah.
He got the award for best male hip hop artist.
I mean,
of the year. So
I mean, we got a little bit of time to talk about this, but I
We got
just
about
wanted to
5
mention
minutes.
this. All right, we're gonna lightning round this bullshit. All right, so one, the Kendrick Drake drama,
Kendrick one.
or Kendrick, yeah, Kendrick one, Kendrick Drake beef. Um, I kept up with that shit for a long time. I caught on that Taylor made freestyle. I was like, why is he obsessed with Kendrick? What is this fucking shit going on with him? And then Like That came out. I was very glad to see that Like That came out. And then Euphoria came out, then 616 in LA, then Not Like Us. Am I forgetting one?
Meet the Grams.
Meet the Great. Yeah, the fucking killer. The one that just like actually fucking stomped him into the
Yeah.
ground. Cause
Family Matters. Nope, it's Meet the Grams, dog. Like
Mm.
that shit killed him, bro.
bro, that shit actually stomped him into the ground because like that was just that
What
whole
can you do
beef,
at that point, dog? Like
and then just seeing what happened on Juneteenth.
the show, yeah.
Yeah, the show.
Bro, you could tell how iconic that was because of the BET Awards, because Taraji P. Henson did her own little like reenactment of it,
That
which was kind of corny. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just being honest. To me, I thought it was kind of corny. But
what else? Like, yeah, just seeing that shit, that was really nice. I was like, yeah, put some respect on Kendrick's name, bro. Like, don't talk shit on him.
He's
And
the
I don't
king
know
for a
why
reason.
he tried. I don't even know why he tried to actually come at that because Drake was not gonna win that. We all knew that from the very start.
from the start.
And
I-
oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna start throwing shots at J. Cole. J. Cole's number 3, and he's staying there. I don't care what anyone says. You can
I
y'all
don't
can stand
mind
with
J.
it.
Cole.
I like J. Cole. I like his music. That is number 3. I don't care what
I
anyone
like
says.
J. Cole. No,
What
but
the does she know about cameras?
I like Lady Gaga. What the does she know about cameras? But no, like, bro, that shit was great. It was great to witness. It was actually like something that I was like very glad to see over time. So if you guys couldn't tell, I like Kendrick a lot. I like him a lot more than Drake. I never fucking like Drake.
Drake.
I'll admit it. I've always been the Drake hater. I will admit that I will give him the respect that he deserves. For making hits and shit. But like the whole fact that like
I'm gonna stop you right there. OVO niggas make the hits for Drake.
I know,
Like,
I
they-
know,
I'm-
I know.
I'm
When
just-
you know about the whole like I love
'cause I'm just-
McConan shit, that shit is.
That's not even the first instance though. Like
I
that shit-
know,
that-
I
oh,
know.
I'm happy that guy made the
That's
video.
the one that I figured out about though.
Because I saw what that dude made a video about it. The one who's always like, he had a problem. If you know who I'm talking about, the black guy. He started popping off when the Kendrick beef came out, and he was all like, "See, Drake, he had a problem."
Dude, I
love
just,
that dude's
I
videos,
just
but-
I hated that because I knew about it after, cause like I was wondering who the I Love
See-
McConan was when I saw him working with Lil Peep.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, who the is I Love McConan? And then I realized going up on a Tuesday. Like I realized that was him. And then whatchamacallit, I didn't know everything else about him.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, oh, what the hell happened here? Is that why he went silent for so long? But I
Mhm.
realized it.
See, like we'll get off of Drake after this, I promise. When I started hating Drake is when I first found out about the whole Drake and Lil Wayne thing, because that actually pissed me off. How are you gonna? This man puts you into Young Money, puts you onto music, makes you mainstream, helps your career get off, and then when this man goes to jail, you f his girl, and then to say sorry, you tattoo his face on you. What kind of stupid shit like that? That actually made me so mad. I was actually genuinely pissed off by that. That's when I started hating Drake, and when I found out he had ghostwriters, I was like, "This is for a rapper. This is dumb."
I don't really hate on people that have ghostwriters because
For
like
Drake, I will.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
'Cause it's different when you have people helping you write it, but it's different when they write it for you. Like this, that's what I don't like.
The thing I will say about the whole thing is, it's a good thing that Drake chose that fight because it made him look stupid as hell, and I was very
Yeah.
glad about that.
He's also a pedophile.
Hey, we don't know that allegedly, so that we don't get sued into the ground. But all of that shit on top of like whatchamacallit, lightning round still going.
50 seconds.
I mean, we still got a little. We can go a little over time.
No, that's for
SMP.
the cameras, nigga.
Well, we'll talk about this a little bit. Not to jump from all the music into the gaming now, but SMP Fried 4 has officially launched. I'm big balling. I'm having a good time in it. It's been going pretty well. I think I've been saying to you, it's like the best mod pack that I've ever created for
It's the most fun out
Minecraft.
of all of them. Aside from when I could fly with the dragons, because that was really fun, because I got to terrorize Nick, like the wyverns or whatever.
Oh,
But
I know which one you're talking about.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
that it was just that mod I liked. But in terms of like the entire mod pack, it's fun as hell to have this one. You could tell because I was around with the cars,
Yeah,
and Nick stole my cars. I made a whole garage and everything for no reason.
like there's that. Whatchamacallit? I got a little bit that I wanted to say beforehand before we hop entirely off. And um
Tell them.
no, I think actually I'm gonna be real with
You went
you.
through a lot.
I think I talked about everything. The only thing I didn't talk about is the Doctor disrespect shit.
Ah,
Um
ah.
you know what? We're on the topic of gaming. I'm just gonna talk about it for a split second. We'll talk about it more the
Fucking
next
creeper.
podcast because you know this is gonna give you a reason to come back because this shit keeps on getting worse. And you know what? It's actually good that we're gonna save it because we get to see the full fucking story of it and then actually get to come back and talk about it. But that shit.
I'm so sorry. Did you hear about the?
No. What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm saving that for the next one then, because you don't know about this yet. Then, or do you want me to like drop it here and then come?
Don't,
back
yeah,
on it?
yeah, yeah.
So-
Don't tell me the entire thing, but tell me
So,
what's going on with it.
You know how Trump cheated on his wife and blah blah blah, and all that shit. How there was that whole thing with Stormy Daniels. Doctor Disrespect also did a similar thing with a.
Who's Stormy Daniels? I don't know.
Okay, Stormy.
I don't know.
Okay, the woman is not a star. Stormy Daniels is a star that Trump was with. Blah blah blah. That whole thing, extortion.
Okay.
money. That's what his lawsuit was about.
I
But
don't know shit.
okay, well,
I don't know,
okay.
yeah.
I'll say it in simpler terms. Doctor Disrespect cheated on his wife with a and tried to cover it up. But this was before the incident with the messaging the minor. This was before that happened. Like the
Oh well,
woman had just
I
came out.
knew that he cheated on his wife.
Yeah,
I
but
knew
the
that.
woman had just came out and released like all the messages and videos and stuff that
Yeah,
was coming out, and I was like, oh wow, that's crazy.
that sounds like
That's crazy.
Like
This man is a cheater and a creeper. All right.
yeah, like bro is. Oh my god, I'm just gonna. I have to say this. The only thing that I'll say about the Doctor Disrespect that happened that was like funny as hell to me is that if you saw the day that he got banned from Twitch and then saw the day that he got the messages from his, I think it's called Midnight Gaming thing. I don't remember when he got kicked off of that, bro. It is verbatim the same vibe on both of them. It is like the same exact fucking vibe. It is so funny to me because in this like in the Midnight Gaming thing, just watching him like the fucking color drain from his face and just like him looking at the camera and saying, "They're never gonna put us down, guys. I might move the Costa Rica." You know, I've been thinking about taking the break. And then all you hear is the Elden Ring music in the background. Just the ominous ass Elden Ring music. I'm just like, dude, this is fucking creepy. Like this is the creepiest
I
shit.
don't like this.
But like the when he got banned off of Twitch, then this is the last thing I'll say about it. Is that like he does the same sort of thing. He's like, you see the color drain from his face, and then he just starts playing a Roblox hide and seek like or manhunt video with like obviously childish voices who are actually hosting the video. And I'm like, this is creepy.
You know that's not helping your case. Either.
No,
like what the hell, bro?
That's when he just got banned, and that was the first time. It was creepy. It was really creepy. But I think we should end it on a good note. Minos, you want to come here? You want to come here? I guess not. Well, with all that being said, we'll definitely talk about the Doctor Kid Inspect shit on the next podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's a creep, but can't really do anything about it. You know, he
Kill him.
R.I.P. You know, take the L. You know, you lost, buddy. That's all I gotta really say. With all that shit being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. And you feel like ending it? You want to close it out, or you want me to say the thing I always say?
You could say the thing. Well, you wanted to announce something too, didn't you?
If I might just announce it in the intermission. But
okay,
if the intermission talks about it, support that 100%. Support that. If the intermission doesn't talk about it, it will be up the next episode. But with that all being said, if you guys actually sub to the Twitch channel, Gnarly Lighten, this all goes to the collective. All the money that is like actually put through the funds into the Gnarly Lighten Twitch channel actually does support us, and we will have extra options in the future, if not now. But yeah, just hitting that sub button, it really does. It supports us. It gives us the ability to be able to put on concerts, be able to do the Minecraft server stuff, be able to just do more events in general. So if you guys want to like actually do that, just let us know and help us out. It really does help out. But with all that being said, and all you guys actually coming out, we are the Terminal Goonz. My name is Gnarly Lighten,
Cruel as rule.
and we are popping off. Goodbye, guys.